Okay, we are live. Okay, welcome to StarMax Real Estate School. This will be the round robin. We're going back to chapter 1 today. Okay, so it will take 8 weeks to finish all 15 chapters and a review. Okay, so we may go over to 9 weeks. Sometimes to show the students how to take the test and have a crash course. OK，我们今天从头开始了。OK，这是我们美心房地产学院。OK，这是从 Chapter One，OK，章子1到章子15。OK，加一个 crash course。OK，大概8个礼拜到9个礼拜。Okay, so let's start. Okay, and we're going to talk about life as a real estate agent as well. Okay, and what you could expect to do and how much money that you can make. Okay, all right. Chapter 1: Introduction to Real Estate, and it's a medium long chapter, so we'll just move on. Okay, so we are in California, and California is always 20% of the United States in almost anything that we do. Okay, 我们在美国 OK 加州呢 OK 会占20%。Okay, whatever the USA is doing. Okay, so we're a very strong state. Okay, of course we have Texas here. Okay, we have Florida, and of course we have New York. Okay, these are very strong states, and our real estate market is also very strong. Okay, because we're right by the coast. Okay, 我们这个加州这个经济这方面的话 ，OK， 这是美国的1/5了 ，OK， 很多东西都是1/5。然后我们这个州政府是蛮强的 ，OK， 因为我们做很多生意嘛 ，OK， 高科技的生意啦 ，OK， 房地产啦 ，OK， 娱乐的 ，OK， 加上了产品 ，OK， 我们的很多葡萄酒 ，OK， 加上其他行业 ，OK， 高科技的、医疗的 ，OK 都有 ，OK， 所以我们 California 这个 market 是非常好 ，OK， 然后 worldwide basis， OK， we're in the top 10。Okay, we're like a little country, okay, except we're one of the states, okay. We produce lots of things, okay. So California real estate market is one of those markets is humongous, is huge, okay. 我们加州房地产那个市场是蛮大的 ，OK。然后我们现在缺房子 ，OK， 不够房子去租 ，OK。所以呢，有很多金主商是拼命就是盖就是公寓 ，OK， building apartments all over California. And each state has its own real estate laws, right? Licensing laws, OK. 牌照这方面的话，每个州都有自己的法律 ，OK. Our website is calbree.ca.gov. Okay, California Bureau of Real Estate. This name has been changed roughly about 6-7 years ago. Now they want to change it back to Department of Real Estate. Okay. Because initially they just called it BRE. Okay. BRE acronym is too widely used. Okay. There's a commercial real estate company called CBRE. Okay. So they cannot differentiate, this is California BRE, right? So they add CAL, right? CAL calbre.ca.gov is too long, okay? So they go back to DRE, okay? So DRE dot ca.gov, okay? You could visit the site, or you could just change it to B, okay? Or you could use this whole thing here, okay? So do not get confused, okay? Is it the department? Is it a California Bureau of Real Estate? Okay, all of the above. That's the answer, okay? Alright， 所以它的名字 OK 改来改去 OK， 6年7年前它改到这个 BRE Bureau of Real Estate， 然后它加了个 C， 然后最后加了个 CAL， 这是 California， OK， 所以太模糊了，太长这个名字，所以他现在也准备所有的 paperwork 也是恢复到这个 Department of Real Estate DRE。Okay, meaningful technology changes in real estate. OK， 我们高科技这方面的话，帮助我们这个做房产很多了。OK，real estate buyers and sellers starts online. Okay, this is talking about the platform itself. Okay, but look at the changes that we have. Okay, before we don't have GPS. Right now we have GPS. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember the Thomas Guide. Okay, 地图我们以前找地方找地址 ，OK， 用地图来操作的 ，OK。然后慢慢我们有 GPS， 现在我们手机就可以做 GPS 了 ，OK。还有 OK， 我们这个电子锁 ，OK，keys， OK。Again, right? They have radio control. It's still radio control, but it's via an app. Okay. Right now we have app on your cell phone that could open up shackles. OK， 现在我们有电子锁 ，OK， 可以开通这个锁，然后锁里面呢有我们那个钥匙 ，OK， 可以修房子 ，OK。GPS 呢，这是知道了 ，OK， 这是这个用手机可以帮助你找到一个地址 ，OK。然后还有我们这个 MLS，OK， 我们这个 agent 网 ，OK， 可以找到很丰富的东西 ，OK， 这是这个所有的 listing， 买卖房子、租房子、买卖地皮、买卖生意都在这边 ，OK。还有我们填表 ，OK，call form，OK。以前我们填表很艰难的 ，OK， 一个表格 ，OK， 买回来1块多，有3层的 ，OK， 有写很重 ，OK， 压住这个来写 ，OK， 然后3层都可以看到 ，OK。现在呢，我们全部用电脑来填表 ，OK。好了，讲到这边，这是我们这个 high technology， OK， 这是高科技来帮助我们做这行生意 ，OK。还有我们找房子的、卖房子的 ，OK， 都有 ，OK。所以你看 Zillow.com、Trulia.com、Realtor.com，OK， 这是给 public， 给观众去用上，去做什么呢？找房子嘛，然后呢， 卖主的话，他就是找，我房子值多少钱 ？Okay, so these website will help buyers to search for houses that they want to buy. Okay, and for sellers to price out how much is the house worth. Okay, so they taking care of these two items. And then of course for advertisement, right, you have social media. Okay, social media. Okay, and one second. Okay, so advertising, okay, advertisements, okay, 打广告的话 right, 它也可以用的是 social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, okay, and of course, for the Asian side, right, they use what we call WeChat, okay, very powerful social media platforms, okay, and you could partner up with someone who has a big following, okay, so you use their platform, their influence, right, to get your services known out there, okay, you could do that, okay, you just work out a deal with whoever has the most follower, right, and uh, get your name all over the place, okay, so whenever they need real estate services, right? They saw your face, they saw your name, they know your number, they know how to contact you. Okay, so that's the bottom line. Okay, high cost of California real estate. Now, California real estate is good because it keeps going up and up and up. Okay, so California real estate values were reduced unevenly due to the financial crisis and Great Recessions, right, back in '08. Okay, now it's back to the level that was around before '08. Okay, so they slow down everything, right? Slow down construction, houses, right, and has increased the demand for apartments. So recently, we see a lot of new apartments coming up. Okay, and California real estate market value is continually adjusting after the financial crisis, right? It's just moving up. Okay. 嗯，加州地产的话，right，这个价值08年它垮下来，OK，垮到2011年低谷了，OK，然后呢，它现在慢慢升回来，OK，now it's 2020，OK，so it's been about 9 years，OK，9年了，OK，一路慢慢这个累积上去，OK。然后没有多人去盖普通的房子了，OK，很多人都盖只是公寓，OK，因为我刚才讲了嘛，加州很缺房子，OK，有很多人买不到房子，买不起这个房子，所以呢，它公寓越来越多，OK。So before we move on, I'm gonna give all of you, okay, a chart. You're gonna see this chart quite often, okay? Once in a while, you're gonna see me put it up, okay? So remember this, okay? Always remember this. There's a real estate cycle, okay? Always, okay? There's a cycle like this. So I'm talking about California only, okay? Other states, you have to dig up their own data, okay? Okay, so bottom is the timeline, okay? What's on top? The vertical is the house prices, okay? So we know, okay, '06 was starting of the peak, okay? And then 2011, it bottomed out, okay? The previous bottom was 1996. The previous peak was 1989, okay? And a lot of people ask, well, when is this peak? Okay, we're very close to it. Okay, we're at 2020 right here. Okay, why I say this? Okay, if you look at the history, right, we know that whenever it goes up, it takes them 7 to 10 years. Okay, whenever it goes down, it takes them 5 to 7 years. Okay. If you look at the stock market, same thing. Okay, it comes down, crashing down very hard. Okay, twice as fast as you know overnight, right? You saw Dow, right, 30,000, right? It dropped down 1/3, right, in a matter of 1 week, 2 weeks, right? 股票市场差不多一样了，OK，它掉下来的时候，它很快的，OK。我们3万点那个 Dow Jones，OK，1、2个礼拜掉下来，掉了1/3，掉了现在是2万，OK 左右，OK，所以这个呢短的，OK 下来很快的，OK。So when you look at this, right, the whole cycle, right, when you add it up, okay, is 12 years to 17 years, okay. We're stretching it out, right? So looking at this, okay, it came crashing down. How many years is that? It's 7 years, okay, and it went back up, right? How long did it take? 96 to '06, right? 10 years, okay. It came crashing down again, right? How many years it took? Only 5 years, okay. Now, how long does it go up? 7 to 10 years, right? If it's 7 years, right? It's 2018. We passed that already, right? It's still going up. So 10 years is 2021. We're not there yet, right? So this is what I expect, 2021. Okay. Now with all this virus, pandemic and whatnot, right? Okay. We may hit a peak earlier, right? The end of this year, right? It doesn't have to be the end of 2021. Okay. But it depends on the interest rate. Okay. This is the caveat. Okay. 最主要，OK， 这是这个利息，OK。If it's low, okay, we keep going. If it's high, right, we stop. Okay. Why? No one could afford it, right? They couldn't buy any more houses, right? Or what happened is that if this is high, no one's buy, right? Then the price start dropping, right? Then people could afford to buy. Okay. So this is what happened. Okay. 一个历史太高的话，没人买房子 ，OK， 没人买的时候，它的价位掉下来，掉下来的时候就有人买了 ，OK， 所以就全靠这个低的利息来让人家去买到房子。So remember that, OK? So, global setting. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so when you understand this chart, okay, you could make tons of money. Okay，你看透这个波浪的话，right，你可以计划去赚很多钱的。OK，所以呢，我提醒你，OK，好好学习这个波浪。OK。Alright, when you do real estate, right, it's a profitable profession. Okay, why? Because we make the commission, right? 我们拿到佣金。It's the amount paid usually as a percentage of the selling price, right? Selling price is high, right? Then your commission is also high, right? To a broker for services. Okay. So notice it here. They say that is negotiable. Okay. And almost all of the exam they have one question. Okay, 他考试的时候只有一条关于 commission, right? 就是说 OK 谁 set OK 敲定这个佣金 OK who set up a commission, right? The question goes, who sets the commission? Who sets the commission? Okay. They would say A, seller, right? That may be true, right? B, the buyer. Okay. C, the broker. Right? And D is negotiable. Okay. So seller, everybody know, right? Seller pays, right? So seller have to set it, right? And that's why they put it in the first answer, right? They always do that, okay? And most students, they don't look at the other answers and they say, oh, seller, boom, wrong, okay? If you look further, right, the buyer could say, I negotiate a price so low that I know I'm not paying for it, right? The broker also negotiate with the seller, right? Okay. So no matter what the seller sets, right, someone's gonna negotiate with them. So it's negotiable. Okay, always negotiable. But typically, seller will set it up. Okay, I'm only gonna pay you total of 4%. Okay, but if they cannot sell, right, then you have to offer higher. That's why sometimes at the end of a phase, right, they sell all the houses except for 3. Okay, these builders, right, they offer 4%, and some of them they offer a full 6%, just to get us, the agent, to sell it for them, because you want the extra, 3%, 4%, right? Come sell for me, right? So everything is negotiable. Remember that, okay? 佣金的部分的话是可以讨价还价的。Okay, and let me explain further how the commission will work. Okay, let's say for a $500,000 home, okay, the seller is willing to do a 5% commission. So how does that split? Okay, you have your listing broker, and then you have your selling broker, right? Now, the listing broker controls this, right? Okay, so they say, okay, even split 2.5, 2.5. If you sell for me, I give the co-op, right? Cooperating broker, 2.5%. Okay, with the 5%. Or they could say, I take 3, you take 2. Or the other way, I take 2, you take 3. Okay. Or they could say, I take 1, you take 4. Help me sell it faster. Okay. So it's controlled by someone. Okay, and it's negotiable. The selling agent come with a cash offer, right? They're offering 2.5. They say, okay, give me 3. Or give me 3.5. I give you top dollars and a quick close. I'll close in 10 days. Okay. You don't have to wait 30 days for a loan that may or may not go. Okay. So it is negotiable. Okay. Even though you set in contract, right? You sign and you sign and you sign, right? At the end, toward the end, it's still negotiable. Okay. All right. So let's go back. All right. So remember, right? When it comes to commission, the answer is negotiable. Okay. 关于房产佣金的话 ，right？ 答案就是讨价还价的。Okay, let's distinguish, right? Real property versus personal property. Okay, 我们要分开。OK， 不动产跟私人财产有什么差别 ？So ownership, right, is a bundle of rights. OK， 这是一把权利。OK， 你拥有一样东西 ，OK， 你有权利的。OK，possession， OK， 这个就是你的 ，is yours。OK，enjoyment， you enjoy it。OK， 享受。Control， you control it， 你可以控制住。OK， 你想做什么都，你想租出去啊，卖出去啊，重贷款啊等等。OK，and disposition， that's to sell it, get rid of it。OK， 这个处理怎么处理呢？卖掉嘛，转让出去嘛，所以 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is called a bundle of rights. Okay, this is all of the rights. 你有所有上面的4个权利。Okay， 所以 ownership, okay, is a bundle of rights. Possession, enjoyment, control, disposition. Okay， 你拥有的东西，你可以享受，你可以控制，你可以处理，卖掉。Okay， so they go on. This is a bundle of rights, right? Possession, enjoyment, control, disposition. All right, real property is right or interest that a person has in the land or anything attached to the land. Okay， 所以它这个就是不动产。OK， 地皮你动不了的。OK，unless your mother nature, right? You move whole land masses, right? Okay, very unlikely that man could do that. Okay, land is land, it's earth, right? There's planet Earth, right? Okay. So 不动产的话，这是地皮，地皮上面站的东西也是不动产。OK， 可以移动的东西，这是不是不动产。OK，so land, right? Above and below the surface. Okay, so this is Earth, right? Okay, if you own this piece of land, okay, whatever is below, right, oil, coal, silver, gold, right, is yours. Okay, and then the airspace, 空间上面空间也是你的。There's a limit, right? I think it's like 30K. Because depending on the country, right, um, you don't have the right after that, okay? But we'll see, okay? 所以呢，你有一块地皮的话 ，OK， 上面的东西也是你的， right？ 不管是金矿啊、煤矿啊等等， right？ 上面的空间也是你的 ，OK？Up to 3万尺左右 ，OK？ 因为你再高的话，你自己也用不上 ，OK？ 所以很多国家的是，你飞过来的时候， right？ 那个飞机飞过来，他就观察你了 ，OK？ 你在这边做什么 ？OK？So what's included, right? Literal and riparian rights, water rights, okay? 水，关于水的权利 I will explain that later, okay? Minerals, okay? Oil and gas. And airspace, such as condominium, okay? 你高层的 condo, right? 在里面。你有什么？你没有地皮啊，你就有这个空间。You don't have any land on the condo. You have the airspace. Okay? So anything permanently attached or fixed to the land, they call it improvements, or the houses. Okay? It could be the house, it could be a building, it could be a fence, it could be a wall, right? You know, 他讲你有地皮 ，OK？ 地皮上面你占了什么东西？房子啊、围墙啊等等，都是不动产。Alright, let's talk about water rights. Okay, whenever they say, literal, okay, or riparian. Okay, riparian is rivers and streams. Okay, and little streams. Okay, so if you have a house here, you have a house here. Okay, they divide up that river right down the middle. Okay, so this property owner, right, would have this water rights. Okay, and then this property owner, right, will have this water right. Okay, if he put a fishing pole right to here, right, to fish there, right, he's trespassing. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, 所以呢，有河这方面的话，它在河子中间做这个有条线，所以它的产权 right 可以用那个水，是用到一半。Okay， 因为你钓鱼 right 鱼竿在你邻居对面钓的鱼的话是非法的。Okay， 不管那个鱼怎么走 ，OK， 你在这边钓 OK。Okay. So these are little streams, same thing, okay? You got a house here, you got a house here, okay? You share the little streams. Okay? Now littoral is different, okay? Littoral is one, they talk about lake, ，OK， 湖边 ，OK， again， right, always to the center, right? That's how they divide that up, okay? Or it could be an ocean front, right? This is lake, 湖, right? Or ocean, 海洋. So this is your beach area, right? And then you have your beachfront property, okay? This is expensive house, okay? You have a house right on the beach, okay? And this is your ocean front, beachfront. So these are called littoral rights for lake, lakes and ocean, okay? 湖边的水群跟海洋的水群 ，OK， 叫 littoral。河边跟小河边的叫 riparian。Okay, so get this right, okay? A and B. Most of the time they talk about riparian, okay? But you have to know littoral as well, okay? Alright, let's move on. Alright, real property continue. Anything incidental or opportune to the land is also real estate. For example, stock in a water company or easement. Okay, so if they build a tower, a water tower for all of the houses down below, okay, this water stock is real estate. This is real estate. Okay, 水公司这个股票 ，right？ 你有这个股票，这个股票这是不动产。So whenever people say stock, oh, that's private property, right? 这个是私人财产，但是水的股票用上房产的话，不是私人财产，是不动产。记住 ，OK？ 加上央路也是不动产。Okay, so that which is immovable by law, attached by roots, vegetation, landscape is also real estate. Okay, 有根粘住这个土啊，一棵树、果树等等。OK， 草皮 ，OK， 都是不动产。Okay. Alright, this picture I drawn a little bit earlier, I think over here. I missed it. Well, on one of the slides, okay? So, this is what you own on Earth. Let's say a country, right? Okay? So, everything to the center of the Earth you own. And everything out to space to infinity, right? You own. So, you own the land, you own what's below, and you own what's above. Okay, that's the concept. Okay, 概念就是地皮是你的，上面的东西是你的。OK， 上面的东西空间就是你的。Alright, what is personal property? OK， 私人财产是什么东西？Personal property is any property that is movable， 可以移动的 ，and cannot be properly classified under the definition of real estate。如果它不是不动产的话，也可以移动的，这是私人财产。Okay, so anything not defined as real property is personal property. For example, emblems. Emblems 是什么？就是果嘛 ，right？ 这个花啊、果啊等等 ，OK？ Growing crops cultivated annually, fruits and nuts. 水果跟坚果 ，OK？ 这个是私人财产。 So the ownership of personal property transfer with the bill of sale， 你转让私人财产的话，有一个清单 ，OK， 写明 ，OK， 好像你去超市买东西 ，right， 他给你一个单子 ，OK， 就是这个 bill of sales， 每样东西多少钱加总数 ，OK， 加个税 ，right， 这是你的total amount。Okay, let me have a checkup on the YouTube side. Okay, very good. We have lots of listeners here. Okay, 私人财产的话 ，right， 这是反过来说，不是不动产，这是私人财产了，也可以移动的。Okay. 好了 ，fixtures, another terminology. Okay. Fixture is what? What is fixture? Fixture is personal property attached to or incorporated into the land such a manner as become real property. What does that mean? That means, let's say I have a restaurant. Okay, my kitchen here, I have to put my stove, I have to put my refrigerator, right? These things are my personal property, but I fix them onto the ground so they don't move, right? So once they're fixed to the ground, they are real estate. But when I move to another location, I take it out, okay? Then I affix it to the new place, okay? These equipment is called trade fixtures, okay? Temporarily, okay, they are real property because I fixed them to the ground, okay? But the moment that I remove it, it becomes personal property. Okay, these are called fixtures. Okay, 这个名称 fixtures 的话就可以变来变去的，因为你的设备 ，right， 你的炉头、你的冰箱 ，right， 你的餐厅，你安装在地下的话就是不动产。OK， 你也可以把它移动，移动的时候呢就变为私人财产。OK， 所以你卖餐厅的时候 ，right， 这些炉头、这些设备 ，OK，you need a bill of sale。OK， 去卖它们 ，OK， 它不是房产啊，这个restaurant business，OK， 它是一个设备，私人财产。So these are personal property, stove, refrigerator, right, for a restaurant. So the moment you fix them to the ground, it becomes real property. And then when you take it off, it becomes personal property. So these are called fixtures, or they call trade fixtures, right? Okay. For example, the TV behind me, right, is my trade fixture, right? Okay. 我电视在我后面挂的墙上面的 ，OK， 这是这一类的fixture， OK。So how do you know it's a fixture or not, right? You have to think of Maria. Okay, M for method of attachment. How do you attach it, right? Do you hang it on the wall? You put it on the ceiling? You put it on the floor, right? 看你怎么去安装这些设备 ，OK， 挂在墙上面，在天花板上面，还是在地上 ？Adaptability， right？ 你怎么去用 ？What is your intention？ 你的概念就是来永远性挂在这边吗？还是你要移动的 ？Relationship with the parties，right？ 你跟房东怎么去安排的？你这些设备，然后呢，你的协议。Okay， 跟他们那个房东怎么去安排？因为你是房东的话，你就是看你房客怎么去安排。 Okay. So Maria, right? Method, adaptability, intention, relationship, and agreement. All right, trade fixture, right? Look at this. Always personal property. If in doubt, it is personal property, okay? Removal, exception to the rule, okay? Equipment used in normal course of business, which is considered personal property as long as any removal damages can be repaired. OK，你按了在这个地下，right，挖个洞，right，还是螺丝钻进去，你就补上那个洞啊，right，你就恢复好以前的就 OK 了。And it's transferred by bill of sale. Okay, if you hang on the wall, you make holes in the wall, right? You have to patch up the wall. Same thing with the ceiling, right? Or the floor, right? Okay, method of land description. Okay, let me see where we are. Okay. Alright, it'll take about another 15 minutes. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Okay, this is how you describe land. Okay, many methods. 怎么去形容你的地皮 ？OK， common address, right？ 普通的地址 ，OK， doesn't give you enough information how to describe the property, okay? When you say 123 Main Street, right, in any town, right, I don't know how big the lot is. Right? 你给我普通地址的话 right， 我怎么知道你这个地皮是多大 ？Right？ 在哪里？我大概有个概念，但是方向啊，right？ 你的地皮啊多大，有没有斜坡啊等等，right？ 都不知道。So there's 3 legal types of land description. 有3种方式来形容这个地皮。Number 1, meets and bounds surveyor's map. Okay， 它用距离跟这个范围，这个 reference point 来宣布 right 这个地皮。Number 2, sections and townships government survey, right？ 用政府一种军人方式来这个画这个线 ，OK。And number 3, lots, blocks and tracts, okay, recorded subdivision. 你分割地皮的时候 ，right， 你的地皮哪条街，哪一片地 ，okay， 这样子形容。So what's used most is this one, okay, followed by this, and lastly, it's used by that, okay. In the old days, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, okay. Alright, let's look at meets and bounds, okay. What is meets? Distance, okay, 距离。Bounds is what? A reference point, right? 它有个点，从哪里开始，从哪里到哪里 ，OK， 一个地点 ，OK， 距离跟地点 ，OK。The method of identifying property in relationship is boundary, distance, angles, and a given starting point. Complicated description that surveyors use, right? So how does this work? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, you have a starting point, you have an ending point, right? And intermediate points. Okay, for example, you just connect the dots, right? Okay, this is the land that you own, right? Something like that. Okay, you have 地点的话 right? Natural bound, right? River, trees, and rocks, right? Man-made bounds, right? Canal, roads, stakes, and benchmarks. ，OK， 就是银座的话 ，right， 就是水道啊 ，right， 路啊 ，right， 一个铁的钉子 ，OK。Natural 自然的话就是河边啊，一棵大树啊，一个大石头啊等等 ，right。So it looks something like this, okay? So they say, okay, this is the starting point, the fence corner, right? You go east, how many feet? Okay, and then you go southeast at what angle? Right? 32 degrees southeast, right? To the pin here. And then you go back west to the fence corner, and then you go back up at 33 degrees. Okay? So you have 80 acres, okay? And this lot is what you own. Okay? So that's how they do the surveyor's map. Okay? That's how they describe the land. Okay? 它这是用这个方式来形容你的地皮。Okay? Okay, now let's talk about U.S. government survey. Okay, sections and township. So 3 starting points, right? There are 3 reference points in California. Humboldt Baseline and Meridian, Mount Diablo, and San Bernardino. Okay, this is north, this is central, and this is south. Okay, 北边的话，它用那个点在 Humboldt Baseline and Meridian. Okay， 中央加州它用 Mount Diablo，and then 南边它用 San Bernardino. So it looks something like this. Okay, so looking at this, that's the starting point there. That's the Humboldt County, right? This is Mount Diablo. And this is San Bernardino. Okay, whatever you have a reference point, then you spread out, right? Baseline runs east and west, right? This is baseline. Meridian lines go up and down, right? North and south. Okay. And is marked by 6-mile increment called tiers. And baseline 6-mile increment called ranges. Okay. So range, these are ranges. Okay. It goes range. And this is tiers. Okay. 东西边的话叫 baseline，OK， 北南边的话就叫 meridian， 有它6个英里6个英里一长长的 ，OK， 一长长在这边呢叫 tiers， OK， goes up and down， OK， 东西边的话它叫 ranges, tiers. Okay, so it's every 6 miles. Okay, 6 miles by 6 miles is one township. Okay, 6英里长6英里的话，这个是个小镇。Okay, township. Okay, they divide up that 6 by 6, 36 sections. Okay. And then they start numbering on the northeast corner of the township. So it looks something like this, okay? Okay, so these are your baseline, okay? This is what a meridian is, okay? So, wrong one. this one is. OK， 这个是这个地点 ，OK， 开始的地点。Okay, so this is 6 mile by 6 miles. 6英里乘6英里的 okay? So they start number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? They don't go back 7, 8, 9, 10, right? They just continue. Because they're lazy, they don't want to walk back and forth, okay? They just continue, zigzag, okay? That's how they count. Zigzag. Okay? So you have 36 sections, and they are numbered like this. Okay, and then they also have reference. This is the northwest quarter. Right? They first identify where that section is, and then they further divide it. Okay, so let's say this is the northeast quarter, and this is the northeast of the northeast quarter. So this is what they're talking about. Okay， 它长是1/4的东北边，然后再1/4的东北边，这是这一块。Alright, lastly, lots, blocks, and tracks. Okay， 它们呢，就是你块地皮在哪个街道，在哪一片地。Okay， so the track is where the subdivision is, right? The name of the track, or a number, right? They have a number. And then block is where the street is, right? Okay, 这是你的街道 right? And then the lot is the land that you own. Okay, so it looks something like this. Lot 这是你的地皮了 okay? Okay, so if we look at this little section here, right? This is where your house is. Okay? So this whole tract is called the Shortline Beach Subdivision, number 2. Okay? And you're on the 21st block. Right? 21st block. And then your lot number is 22. So that's how they describe where exactly you are with the map. Right? And this is ocean, right? Pacific Ocean. Okay? So this is how they describe where your land is, right? 你块地皮在这边 right? 怎么形容它呢？在哪一片地 right? 它分割的地皮 right? 在哪个街道？21街道 okay? Which block, okay? And 哪块地皮？22 okay? So you got 3 items, right? Number 1, the track. Number 2, the block. And number 3, the lot. Okay? 哪块地，哪一条街道，哪一块地 okay? 哪一个你的地皮 okay? Alright, let's look at the reference table, okay? Certain numbers you have to memorize, okay? 有一些数字你要记住 okay? 1 acre 一个英亩 43,560 square feet. Okay, this you have to know. Okay, 一个英亩是43,560平方尺。Okay, 这个你要记住。A square acre is roughly about 208 times 208. Okay? Or very simply, right? 200 by 200. Okay? 200 times 200, what? That's 40,000, right? But you're missing 3,500 square feet. Okay? That's where the difference came in, right? 大概是4万方尺 ，OK？ 所以一个英亩等于4000平方米。Okay, it's roughly about 4,000 square meters. Okay, 1 mile is 5,280 feet long. 一个英里是5280尺长。Okay, a square mile is 640 acre. Okay, 一个方英里是640个英亩。Okay, and one section is what? Same thing as a square mile, right? Again, 640. A township, 一个小镇 standard, right? 6 miles square, 36 square mile. 有36个 section. Each one is a square mile, so it's 36 square mile. Okay. A commercial acre is an acre minus any required public dedications. Right? 一个商业的英亩小于普通的英亩，为什么？它有街道，街道你不可以盖房子在上面了 ，right？ 它可以用上的面积就叫 commercial acre， okay? And typically it's only 2/3. Okay? A rod, you don't need to know. Okay? It's an old English measuring system. Okay? But if you want to, you could try to memorize it. Okay? But it's not useful. We don't use it anymore. Okay? 现在不用了 Okay? So these things you have to know, right? An acre, right? A square acre, a mile, right? A square mile have how many acres? Okay, and then a township, and then commercial acre is less than a regular acre. Okay, these you have to know. It's not much to remember, right? But you have to know it. Okay. Alright, doing the math, acres and areas. Right, so I've been told there's no math questions on the exam, okay? 已经好多年了，它改变 ，OK？ 考试里面它没有数值的问题出现 ，OK？ 它有的话很简单 ，OK？ If they do, they will ask you how many square feet is in an acre. Okay, then that's it. Not problems like this. Okay. Okay, so you have to know this number, right? 43,560 square feet in an acre. So example 1, right? How many acre, right, is in a parcel of land that measure 330 by 660? 他在问一块地皮 ，okay? 3 by 30尺 330 feet by 660 feet. Okay, how many acres is that? Okay, so what do? You know you have to times it, right? and then divide by what? 43560. Right? So you have 217,800 square feet divided by 43,560 square feet per acre. So you got roughly about 5 acres. 大概5英亩左右. Okay? And then another example. Okay, then you say, okay, Pac, how do I memorize this stupid number, right? So weird. So the way I memorize it is that, okay, I just remember it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Add a 0. It's about 40,000, right? And then switch the numbers, right? 3 and 4. Okay? 43,000, not 34,000. Okay? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Just remember 3, 4, 5, 6. But you have to add a 0 and then flip the number, right? 3 and 4. Alright. Number 2, right? If an acre, right? Acre, then what does that mean? That means you have to know how big the acre is, right? It's divided into 4 equal lots. 一个英亩它分配 right 分隔4个平等的地皮 with each lot placed parallel to the other and having a depth of 240 feet. What is the width of each lot? Okay. 长度的话这是240尺都是一样，所以呢它找一个宽度 So it's something like this. Okay. So you have a 1 acre lot. Okay. So they tell you, right, this long is 240. Okay. They want to find out what this little thing is, okay, for each one. So first you have to find this, right, the whole thing, and then divide by 4, right? But then how do you divide that, right? The only thing you know, right, the whole thing is 43,560, right? So you divide that number, right, by 240, right? So you have 960, right? And then you divide that by 4. So you got about 45 feet here. Okay. So you take out your calculator, right? 43560 divided by 240, right? This is not right. So you divide that and you get 181.5. And then you divide that by 4. So it's 45.4. Okay. So 45.4 feet wide for each one of the lot. Okay. Okay, so this wraps up chapter 1. Okay, so we'll take a 7-minute break. We should be back at 10:30. Okay, and then we could do chapter 2. Okay. Break till 10:30. And we'll do the same the YouTube channel. break till 10:30. And then we'll go to chapter 2. And that's roughly 40. Okay, we're back at 10:30. Okay, Chapter 2, 章节2. We're going to talk about estate transfers and titles. Okay, 我们会讲那个你的房产转让跟这个产权的方面。Okay, estate ownership. How do you own a property? Okay, 你怎么去有这个房产这个证明了。Okay, estate in itself 这个单词 ，okay, is ownership. Okay, 你拥有的地还是房产。So what is it? Is it interest, share, right, or equity in real estate that vary from minimum right of a renter to the maximum right of a full owner? Okay, you could be a renter, right, but you have certain rights. Right? You could be an owner and you could have more rights. OK， 你是房客的话，你也有房产的权利。OK， 你是屋主，你是房东，你更有多点那个权利去管理这个房子。OK，remember the bundle of rights， 这4样东西 ，OK， 你都应该有的。OK， freehold estates. What does that mean? Are the greatest degree of ownership you could have under the law. Okay, freehold estate is very similar to fee simple. Okay, absolute. Okay， 这个单词你们有记住。Okay， freehold estate is the same as fee simple absolute over here. Okay. The other one has conditions and limitation. Okay， 另外一种的话就是有条件的。Okay， 有限制有条件。So when you look at a freehold estate ownership, okay, estate in fee, estate of inheritance, right? You could pass it on to your heir. Okay, 你的后人你可以给 okay. Life estate is different, right? Depending on the recipient's life, right? 你可以给任何人这个财产和这个房产，就看他们多长寿了，寿命 ，OK。如果他寿命短的话，这个房产就回到你手上 ，OK。还是呢，你给他的后人继续拿到这个房产。So let's look at this, okay? Life estate, you could get back reversion or remainder. You continue let the heir to enjoy the property. Okay, let's look at the left side, right? Estate and fee. Owner holds all right for unlimited period. 没有时间段的，永远性的。Conditions that restrict a fee simple is called fee simple defeasible. Okay, fee simple absolute is the highest degree you have in real estate. Okay. So fee simple defeasible has conditions. Okay. Condition preceding before and condition subsequent after. 有条件它有时间段的 ，OK， 前面跟后面的不一样 ，right？ An event which occurred before property can be transferred, or an event that happened after the property transfer, causing the property to revert to grantor. Okay, so for example, if I give a property to someone X, okay, if it's living, he could have it, but when he dies, okay, it goes back to me. So that's condition subsequent. Okay. So fee simple determinable estate determines the duration of the estate by the deed itself. Okay, 有些有时间段 some is time sensitive. Okay, 有一些有时间段的。Alright, life estate, indefinite period. Alright, interest in real property for length of the designated person's life. Okay, let's say the uncle, the rich uncle, right, gave the nephew or the niece, right, property, and the niece or the nephew, right, they're young kids, right, they go crazy, they die in a car accident. Duh. Okay, what happened? This property then go back to the uncle. Okay, that's one. Or if they are married, right, it passes on to the kids. Okay, so either it reverts back, or remainder it goes to the kids, the nephew or the niece's kids. Okay, so if grantor holds a estate in reversion, the property will return to the grantor, which is in this case number one. Okay, upon death of the designated person, life tenant loses ownership interest. No more, right? If he dies. Okay, so ownership goes to another life tenant. If it goes to another, then it's estate in remainder. Okay, so 这是两个概念 two versions. One that goes back, the other one moves on, it's called remainder. Okay, 两种方式，一个是回去叫 reversion， 如果他继续给另外的人的话叫 remainder. Alright, less than freehold estate. Okay, notice it says less than freehold. 小于 freehold 的权利 Okay, what does that mean? That means these are rental properties, right? 租出去的东西 Okay, now this is very tricky. Okay, 很咬人的 Okay, estate for years. The word year is very confusing. The year means any fixed period of time. It could be hours, it could be days, it could be months, or it could be years, or it could be weeks. Okay? It's still called estate for years. Okay? I rent a house to you for 8 hours, 1 day. Well, 1/3 of a day, right? It's still called estate for years. I rented out to you for 2 days. It's called estate for years. I rented out for you 4 months. Still called a stay for years. I rented out for you for 9 years. It's called a stay for years. Okay, remember that. So they could trick you, right, in the exam. Okay, just remember that. 这个名称 a stay for years 很扰人的 ，OK， 它不是一年一年这样子来算，它只是一段时间。一段时间是什么？几个钟头、几天、几个礼拜、几个月、几年都有可能性。所以呢，它就讲一段时间就叫 a stay for years。Okay, a stay from period to period. This is repeatable. Okay, 这个重复的，每一天。It could be daily, it could be weekly, it could be monthly. Okay, things like that. Okay, it could be month to month, week to week. Okay, it's repeatable. So they may have a question like this for you. Okay, the following a stay for years, except, right? A, 2 hours. B, 2 weeks. C, 2 months. Okay, and D, every week. Okay, so what is not a stay for years? Right, the exception, right? 2 hours a fixed period, 2 weeks a fixed period, and 2 months is fixed period, right? Every week is every week, right? It repeats every week. So this is the exception. And that's the answer. Right? They say what is not a stay for years, right? Okay. 所以他问的问题是什么东西不是 a stay for years, okay? 只有 D， 他讲每一个礼拜，不是一个礼拜，每一个礼拜 ，OK？ 大家知道了。Alright, another term is a stay at will. What does that mean? Rental agreement for indefinite period of time. Okay, 没有时间段。Okay, no end date. Okay, 没有结束的日期。So these type of rental agreement, you need 30 days notice to terminate. Okay, a stay at sufferance or a tenancy at sufferance. What does that mean? Lessee or tenant will not vacate after term of the stay has ran out. That means no more rental agreement, right? It ran out, it expired, but they're still there. Okay, that's the condition. A stay at sufferance. No lease. Okay, 没有合约，它还在里面。Alright, let's talk about acquisition and transfer, right? 买房子跟转让房子。Acquisition is to buy, right? To get. Transfers is usually push it away, sell. Away. Or get rid of.不要的 ，OK， 转让出去 ，OK。Acquisition 就是买回来。Alright, transfers. Any changeover in ownership property. Any. Right? Part of it, everything, transfer. Acquisition means to acquire, buy, or pull in, while alienation means to transfer, sell, or push away. Okay, so acquisition and alienation, they're opposite. Okay, 他们相反的 ，OK。So there are 7 basic ways to transfer real property. OK， 有7种方式来转让一个房产。Deed 房产证书 ，Will 遗嘱 ，Probate 审判 ，Interstate succession 州政府这是没收 ，OK。Accession 扎这个泥土 ，OK。Occupancy 这是关于租房客的方面 ，Dedication is gifting. Okay, occupancy is on rentals. Accession is on earth, adding more land. Okay, things like that. Okay, so let's look at each one of them. Okay, 我们看看。Very simple transfer by deed. Okay, you buy my house, I'll give you a grand deed. Right? Transfer full title using the word grant. Include the implied warranties. Okay, that the owner has not conveyed title to anyone else, only to you, the buyer. Property is free of encumbrance, right? 没有债务 other than those disclosed. Okay. After acquired rights, any obtained after sale are retroactive transfer. Okay, 所有的产权，关于产权的方面的话，转让给你。Who is the grantor, right? 谁是 grantor? It's the person who grants the property, typically the seller owner. Okay. 屋主转让给你，叫 grantor. Grantee is the person whom the grant is made, the buyer. The buyer received the grant deed from the grantor. The buyer is the grantee. Just like in a check, you have a payer, and then you have a payee, right? The one who received the check is the payee. So it's grantee, a grantor, versus a payer and a payee, okay? Alright, quick claim. 放弃产权 okay? Another way to do quick claim is what they call an interspousal deed transfer. Okay? Quick claim is just a general term that people giving up the property rights. Okay? Interspousal deed transfer is specifically saying it's husband and wife transfer to each other. Okay? 这个的 quick claim 的名称就是普通的放弃 ，OK， 但是 interspousal deed transfer 就是配偶中间去转让给对方的配偶 ，OK。So quick claim makes no covenant, no promises, okay? This is 放弃 abandon, quit. Guarantees nothing. Convey any rights the grantor may have. Okay, clear some clause on the title, right? This is want to make sure that that person is not on the title anymore. Okay, so they call quiet title action is a court proceeding to remove a clause on the title to the real property, like brothers and sisters, right? Husband and wife, etc. Okay. So 所以呢，这个 quick claim 的用途 ，right， 就是可以搞这个产权比较清楚了 ，OK， 所以不该在上面的人他的名字取掉下来。Alright, subtypes of deed. There's many types of deeds, right? 产权证 ，OK。 But one thing I want to warn you, okay, is called a trust deed. Okay, trust deed is not a deed. You're confused now, right? Okay, look at the word trust and look at down here. We have a trustee deed. What's the difference? 它的差别是什么 ？Okay, only the little two e's at the end. Okay, what are the difference? A trustee's deed is given to the purchaser of the property at a trust deed foreclosure sale. So the buyer of the foreclosure sale has in their hand a trustee's deed, signifying that, hey, they bought the foreclosed property and now it's theirs. They use the trustee's deed. The trustee is issuing the deed to the buyer. A trust deed is not a deed. Okay, even though they have the word deed in there. Okay, trust deed is a collateral document that say I'm putting up my house as a collateral for the bank to borrow money from the bank. So this is a collateral document. 这个是抵押书，记住了 ，OK？ This is a collateral. So it's a collateral, okay? A trust deed is a collateral, or they call it the deed of trust. Okay? Deed of trust is the same as trust deed. But it's not a deed, it's a collateral, okay? A trustee deed is a deed. Okay, this is a deed. Now, again, on the test, they will try to confuse you, right? They say the following are all deeds except. The exception is the trust deed. Okay? Trustee deed is not a deed. Remember that. You're gonna hear me repeat and repeat this, okay? Trust deed is not a deed. Alright, let's look at some of these, okay? Gift deed, right? 礼物. Granted as gift of love and affection, right? No other consideration is necessary, but is void if given to defraud creditors. Okay? 礼物的产权证. Tax deed is given if property is sold as payment of past due property tax from the tax collector. Administrator deed or executor deed is given to purchaser of a deceased person's property. Okay, 这个审判的 ，OK， 这个屋主死了 ，OK， 他的遗嘱等等的话，这个州政府证明他这样子去做的 ，OK， 买他的房子的人就变为由这个 administrator 他自己在案处理的 ，executor 是法庭处理的这个产权证 ，OK，sheriff's deed 警察的差人的产权 ，granted to purchaser of a court-ordered sale。OK， 这个是法庭拍卖的，这是什么？被告的房子被拍卖。OK， 买主拿到这种房楼的话，这个警察法庭给他一个产权证叫 sheriff's deed。OK， guardian deed used by guardian to transfer real property of minors or incompetence. OK， 他小孩还是老人家脑子不清醒的 这一类叫 guardian deed。OK， 因为他不够年龄还是他脑子也有问题的，这一类人类的话，他就是必须要用 guardian deed 来转让他们的 title。Okay, land patent is used by government to grant public land to individual. Okay, 这个是政府送地皮给人们。OK， 这个案子例子就是 OK， 美国政府给这个印第安的 tribe， right， tribe the land. Okay, it's called land patent. So these are different types of deeds. And remember, right, trustee deed is not the same as a trust deed. Remember that, okay? 你要记住，这个 trustee 跟 trustee deed 不搭嘎的 ，OK？ 他们不同的东西。Trustee deed 是一个抵押书 ，Trustee deed is 产权证，拍卖的产权证。So it looks something like this, right? Grant deed and a quitclaim deed. 这个是放弃的权利的房产权利 ，OK？ The section here, word of mail after recordation. Okay. Property address. Okay. Who is granting who, right? And then sign. And it has to be notarized. Right? 公证 notarized. And then recorded to be valid. 有登记。你公证之后没有去登记的话，无效的。If you don't record it, it's not effective. Alright, valid deed must be what, right? 正规的、有效的产权的要求是什么？ It must be in writing， 要写下来的。It properly describes the parties, grantee and grantor, right? 它有谁给谁的那个产权，两个人的名字在上面。Adequately describe the property, right? 你的房楼是什么房楼啊？在哪里 ？Okay, and it contains a granting clause. The word grant has to be there. Okay, grant. I, so and so, the seller, grants to so and so, the buyer, this property. Right, that's the granting clause. 它需要用个动词叫 grant. Okay, 这是转让给别人的。Okay, be signed by the grantor. 屋主、卖主要签字的。Okay. And most likely notarized. And an escrow will record it. Okay, upon close of escrow. Okay, 中间的转让公司 escrow 会公证完去记录下来。Okay. And then this is 有效的产权。So let's review, right? Must be in writing 要写下来的 ，OK？ 两方的名字要在 they have to know who the grantor and grantee, right? Adequate describe the property. 房楼是什么房楼 ？OK。Granting clause grants 有动词，有 grant 转让给别人。And signed by the grantor， OK 有签字的。Delivery how do you deliver 怎么去送出去 ？Property is not transferred until deed is delivered with the intent of passing title. Manual deliver direct transfer from grantor to grantee OK 手送给他也可以 Delivery through recording right 记录也可以但是你要公证之后就记录下来 You can go through the county records and record it Conditional delivery right 有条件的 A specific event must occur before the deed is delivered manually比如说爷爷给孙女儿孙儿子 right 一套房子 OK 怎么情形给他就看爷爷怎么去要求了 right 他到25岁结婚生孩子等等 OK So it could be anything that they specify as a condition Alright, here's the big item or big fuss that I tell everybody, right? The trust deed is not a deed. Trust deed 不是一个产权证 but rather a conveyance, and it gives bare legal title to the trustee with the power to sell. What is it? It's a collateral. 抵押书嘛 right 他交给银行给银行这个抵押书我不给你钱你就可以拍卖我的房子 So they give this trust deed as a collateral to the bank Who holds it? The trustee holds it And if you don't pay the bank will tell the trustee to foreclose you So in California since trustees are loans to finance homes the word deed can cause some confusion right 有点糊涂了 right 他用那个单词跟那个产权一样所以有些糊涂 Alright transfer by will testy 怎么去转让房产用遗嘱 So a will is a document right 遗嘱是一个文件 created by a person stating that how a person's property to be conveyed after his or her death, right? 这是遗嘱嘛 right? 这是怎么去转让他们那个财产房产 A witness will, that's typical, is typed, usually prepared by attorney, dated, signed by the property owner, declared authentic by at least 2 witnesses. So 3 signatures total. Okay? Witness will 这是有证人去看到他有这个遗嘱的很多都是打印出来的不是手写的 okay? 打印出来然后律师帮他敲作有日期然后敲作人有签字加上呢他2个证人也签字所以总共有3个签字在上面 Okay. Holographic will 这个单词 holographic will entirely handwritten, dated and signed Okay. 这个呢是全部手写的日期然后签字 Okay. 他自己写的 Okay. Doctoral is what 这个单词is a change in a will before the maker's death. Before the maker dies, right? He changes it. The changes is called doctoral. This is a revision. 这个单词就是他没有死之前他改了 ，OK， 改的文章叫 Dr. So。Okay, revocable living trust. What is it? It's a trust that is effectively during the life of the owner rather than upon his or her death. It can eliminate probate and serve the same function as a will and may reduce excise taxes. See attorney. 这种呢，这是家庭信托了。OK, revocable 这是可以取消的这一类。OK， 屋主他活的时候，他就是怎么去分配他的财产已经说明在上面。OK， 所以他死了之后了 ，right， 他可以不需要这个遗嘱 ，right， 里面呢他都会帮他分配这个财产，也不需要通过这个审判 ，OK， 很快就这个该给谁的财产都给了，在信托里面给 ，OK， 这个呢你要找一个律师来操作 ，OK，The cost of revocable living trust, okay, you could do yourself online, or you could find a lawyer. And it usually costs anything from 2 to 3K for the good ones that you set up, okay? 大概2到3千块，做得好一点的 ，okay? That will include, medical situations and how to deal with medical issues. Okay, 这个跟医疗这份有关的，比如说他人没有死，但是他还活了，怎么去处理？很多情形 ，OK， 这是问律师来操作。Right, transfer by probate, right? 审判。Probate is a superior court procedure to determine the will's validity, any creditor's claim, and establish the identity of rightful beneficiary. 通过这个审判的话 ，right， 人家知道他的遗嘱是正确的，所有的人 ，OK， 欠他钱的人也拿到他们那个钱，等等，然后受益人，正规的受益人 ，OK， 不是假的东西 ，OK。If the family would do it, it's called executor, male, right? If it's female, it's called executrix. And it's usually named in the will, right? Who's going to take care of my estate? Okay. Administrator is the male version, administratrix is the female version. This is appointed by the court. 如果他家庭没有处理人的话，这个法庭就会assign 那个人 administrator， 女的叫 administratrix 去处理这个审判。Alright, transfer by interstate succession, no will. 如果这个屋主死了没有遗嘱怎么办？ The procedure used to transfer deceased property to heirs with no will, right? Separate property is divided. 给他的房产，如果他有一个孩子 ，one child and a surviving spouse, they split 50-50. Okay? If they have more than 2 children, right? 2 or more, right? 1/3 goes to spouse. The other 2/3 divide evenly to all the kids. All the kids. So if you have 2 kids, right? They each get 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. Right? And if they have, let's say 6 kids, right, and 1 spouse, right? So 1/3, okay? So each kid will get 2/3 divided by 6. Okay? So that means what? 2/18, which is 1/9. each kid will get 19 times 6. Right? 6 nines is 2/3. Okay? So that's how they divide it if no will. Right, transfer by accession, natural causes, right? So this is a beach, right? They wash all the dirt and sand, right? Build up, depending on where you are. If it's in a circle, right? You get all this extra land, right? Accession is addition of pieces of land through forces of nature. Addition of fixtures or improvement made to the properties in error. Okay, accession. So, for example, if you have a restaurant, restaurant owner, they somehow die, abandoned it, right? All of these equipment, right, is in there. These are real estate, right? So, accession. It's called accession. Right? It's added to this restaurant. No one is taking it, okay? If somehow they couldn't find the owner, right? Okay, accretion is what? Moving water, adding land to a parcel. These deposits are called alluvium. OK， 这个泥土扎上去这个地的话叫 alluvium。这个 action，right， 这个动词就叫 accretion。Avulsion is the other way, right？ 崩溃 ，a real property being lost because land is torn away by action of moving water. For example, okay, if for example the wave come in and hit and break this piece of land off, it's called avulsion. This part falls off. Okay, avulsion. 这块地皮崩溃了 ，right？ 这个大浪冲破了，打破，它掉下海里面 ，OK？ 这个叫 avulsion。Let's see how much more to go. Quite a bit. Okay, let's move on. Okay, encroachment. What is encroachment? 超限. Okay, so it is when improvement and permanent fixtures are placed on a property that does not legally belong to a person who places them. So a fence built over the property line onto neighbor's lot is a form of encroachment. Right? For example, this is the line, right? The neighbor built a fence. It goes like that, okay? So this portion is called encroachment. Or if they rebuild the garage and they build it over here, this portion is called encroachment. Or if they have a tree here and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows, right? This portion is called encroachment. Okay, 它翘线了 ，OK， 这棵大树 ，right， 翘线过去邻居的，它这个车库 ，right， 它改装一个车库也是翘线 ，right， 它这个围墙围了这个歪了 ，OK， 也翘线了。So over here, let me mention, okay, you have 3 years to fix. If after 3 years, it will stay as is, okay? 所以你3年有时间去叫他改正，他不改的话 ，right？ 你可以告他，但是3年之后你什么不吭声的话，他永远都会站在这边，就很难把它取消了 ，OK？ 要请律师去告 ，OK？ Alright, transfer by occupancy, abandonment, OK， 另外一个就是房客放弃了 ，they abandoned it, they relinquished the right or interest with the intention never to again to return to reclaim it. So what happens to us, right? It's a condo, okay, and we can't collect rent, so we go in, and it's empty. Okay, they move everything out. They left the place. They abandoned it. Okay, 他们放弃了。OK， 他所有的家具搬走。Alright, adverse possession, acquiring title to someone else's property through continuous and notorious occupancy under a claim of title. Okay, 你找到一个空房子 you find an empty house. Okay, you move right in. Okay, you live there uninterrupted for 5 years. 你不停地住了5年。And hostile and averse, right? 你没有问别人可不可以进去 right? Open and notorious occupancy, right? You say hi to your neighbor, say I'm the new owner, right? Right or color of title. And you continue paying taxes for 5 years. Okay? And then you ask county to give you a deed afterwards. This happens very rarely, okay, because typically that house is all paid off. Right? 很少这样子 ，OK， 除非他没有贷款 ，OK， 加上了很少了这一类，有的话8个9个都是诈骗的 ，so most of these are frauds, okay, if you see them, very common. They take the elderly, they know the property is all paid off, they transfer the elderly out of the house, right, into a little apartment. They pay the rent and everything, okay, but then they live there for 5 years and then they claim adverse possession. Okay, so that's fraud. Okay, that's a felony if you do that. Okay, 这类的话就是他诈骗了。OK， 他找一个老人家的房子 all pay off， 把他搬走出去，自己住的在里面，然后付税5年，然后把这个房子吞了。OK， 这个是诈骗行为。OK， 非法行为。OK， easement by prescription. OK， prescription is what? By use. OK， 你用5年也是变为一个让路。OK， 5 years. Easement or the right to use another's land, which can be obtained through 5 years of continuous use. Okay, you could use it, but you don't own it. Okay, it's not a transfer title. You could only use it. Use. Owner continue to pay all taxes. The user don't have to pay anything. They just use it. Okay, 你用这个让路就是用，但是房地产那个税你不付的。Okay? Transfer by dedication, 这是通过礼物。Dedication is a gift, appropriation of land by its owner for some public use, usually to a city or county. That's why sometimes you see small parks or garden or anything, or even a tract of land, right? It's named after, right? John Hancock Park, right? John Hancock gave the city this land to be used as a park. Okay, so it can be voluntary or mandatory. If it's voluntary, it's dedication. If it's mandatory, it's called eminent domain, right? They could take private land for public good. Okay, 一个政府可以没收私人财产、私人房产，然后给观众去用的，他会赔偿给这个屋主。Okay, this is mandatory. It's called eminent domain. Okay. All right, let's talk about title. Okay, forms of ownership. Okay, title 有很多种的。Okay. So title is the right to ownership of land and evidence of that ownership. 这是这个产权证。Okay. 你怎么去 take title？ 一个人呢，两个人呢，一群人等等。Okay, there are six distinct way， 有6种方式去 hold title。第一種 ，Number one, sole ownership. You're the only owner. It's called severalty. Okay, severalty. It's the sole and separate ownership by one individual or one company. That individual can be married and hold separate property, or a corporation. 一个公司也可以单独有这个权利 ，OK。Tenancy in common, 2 or more. Okay, undivided ownership by 2 or more persons together. They hold unequal interest. It could be equal. It could be 50-50. Right? It could be 20-80. Okay, if it's 4, it could be 25, and 25. Or it could be 5, 10, 5, and 80. Any combination. Okay, 怎么分配都可以的。Okay, each has unity of possession or right to occupy the property. 每一个人有权利去用上这个房楼。Each may will or transfer their interest separately. Okay, 他可以通过遗嘱给他后人的。Okay, each share proportionally in the expense and profit of the property. 他盈亏也是分配。You make money, go by the percentage, right? You lose money, you go by the percentage that you own. Alright, disputes among owners are settled by partition action, where the court orders to sell the property and divide the asset. 如果它里面有纠纷的话，法庭会把它拍卖完之后就分配这个钱，这个叫 partition action， 把它拆散了。Okay? Alright, joint tenancy, right of survivorship. 这一类的话，就是给熟人，这是亲人的亲戚 ，OK， 这是一家人里面的 ，OK， 谁活下去就谁有这个权利。Two or more people, okay, 2 plus, have identical interest in the whole property, so equal shares. Okay, equal shares. If it's 2, 50-50. If it's 3, 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. If it's 10, 110 times 10. Okay, 两个人是1人1半，3个人每个人1/3。OK， 4个人的每个人1/10。Okay, all owners have 4 things in common. Okay, title, the time, the interest, and possession. They're all equal. Okay, corporation cannot enter in joint tenancies. 无限公司的话不可以用这类的房产证 ，OK？ 为什么呢？它最长寿的，它死不了了嘛 ，right？ 这个公司，所以它最后全部的财产都是他的，所以不允许 corporation 去做这个 title。Alright, tenancy in partnership is the same thing as tenant in common, except this is for business. Okay? 跟那个 tenancy in common 是一样的 ，OK， 但是它是上一上的 ，OK，two or more same thing。Okay, equal right of possession, and everybody use it. Partner dies, interest passed to the heirs. 它可以给后人的。General partnership, they are responsible for everything. Limited partnership, only limited to their investments. Okay? 你是总 partner 的话，所有的都是你的负责 ，right？因为你 limited partnership 的话，你投资这方面那个钱亏就亏了 ，OK？其他东西不欠在里面。Alright, communal property. This is for husband and wife. Okay, 结婚的。Okay. All property acquired by a married couple during marriage is communal property. So all real contracts should be signed by both husband and wife. Okay, 所有的房产协议，不管你是租的、买的、卖的 ，right， 都有两人签字 ，husband and wife. Any property obtained by either husband or wife prior to marriage may be remain separate property. 没结婚以前的财产 ，OK 可以分开的。A community estate is liable for all debts incurred by either spouse occurred before or during the marriage. 但是债务这方面的话 ，right， 以前的债务也是两个人担当的 ，OK。不动产可以分开之前的债务，两个人都有份的 ，OK。Surviving spouse inherit property unless will to heir. OK， 因为他没有遗嘱的话，这是另外配偶要的了。OK， wages earned by either spouse during marriage are considered communal property. OK， 他赚回来这个钱，这是大家通用的。OK，do not advise a buyer on how to hold title. This is legal advice. Right， 你永远不用意见给买主。怎么去拿他的 title， 怎么安排他们的 title。 Never ever, okay? This is CPA's job or lawyer's job. Okay, this is not a realtor job. Okay, communal property with right of survivorship. Okay, this is husband and wife, but they added right of survivorship. What does that mean? That means the other spouse died, automatically everything goes to the surviving spouse. 这个他加到这个 right of survivorship 的话，一个配偶死了，他马上所有的财产都转到另外的配偶上面了 ，OK？ 所以不管他有没有遗嘱等等，都会给另外的配偶 ，OK？Transfer ownership to the spouse at death with income tax benefit. Probate not necessary. OK？ 他有这个都不需要审判。Step up basis for 100% of the property, okay, at market price. 他转让给他就是 market price 转让 ，OK。他呢免了审判，不用等待 ，OK， 马上有效。但是这个有问题的，为什么有问题的？因为他两个配偶已经有孩子的 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, okay? If they use this, right? Let's say they both have previous marriage with different sets of kids, and then they have their own kids, right? 1, 2. Okay, so altogether, A had 3 kids, B have 2 kids. Together, they have 2 kids. Okay, so what happens if B dies? Everybody out there don't get it. Okay, so these kids will say, "Hey, what happened?" They will come and sue everybody. Right? Did you tell my mom, my dad to use this? How dare you? Okay. So never ever tell them how to do this. Okay, especially this. Okay. All right. Step up basis for 100% of the property. Okay, that's common. But be careful not to advise. Okay, people on how to do titles. All right, recording and acknowledgement. Okay, let me see where we are. We're almost there. 5 more slides. If you're gonna record it, you have to acknowledge it. Acknowledge is what? Is notarization. Notary. OK， 这个你需要登记的话，在 county 里面你必须要去公证。OK， so what is recording？ 登记是什么东西？是 legal process of making an instrument an official part of the records of the county。这是在 county 政府里面有个记录。So recording provide constructive notice of a transaction. It is assumed to be public knowledge, okay? 观众可以看到的 as opposed to actual notice, which are facts known only to the individual. Documents that have to be recorded be valid, okay? i.e. mechanic lien or declaration of homestead. Okay, 这两样东西要 recording to be valid, okay? Alright, priority of recording, okay? 这个很重要。谁优先，谁先登记，就谁有这个房产。It protects the buyer against subsequent claims against the property. First in time is the first in right. Okay? 4 exceptions. Government lien, special assessment, right? 等等政府，你欠政府的税啊等等 ，right？ 它是排第一的 ，OK？ 然后前面 actual notice of another person prior's right, okay? Or mechanic lien or agreement to the contrary, okay? 4 exceptions. But typically, if you record it first, you're in the right, okay? 你先登记，这是你的权利 ，OK？ 你有这个权利。Acknowledgement, notary, 公证。Okay, refer to a signed or verbal statement by a named person that he has signed that document of his own will. Okay. A deed does not have to be acknowledged to be valid, but must be acknowledged to be recorded. Okay. 因为你这个产权书 OK 正规的有效的话 OK 必须要公证就可以去登记，你不公证也可以，但是呢你登记就无效的了 OK 必须要公证之后就可以登记。Alright, notary public 公证人员他那个章啊 OK the seal have to have the word notary public OK 章上面有这个字 OK 公众的公证 OK name of the county over here San Bernardino right in LA Los Angeles name of the notary right? Who's notary's name right the state seal 州政府这个章这个图 and expiration date 过期的日期 Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things has to be on the seal. 章里面有5样东西。Okay, know the republic, the name, the county, the state seal, and the expiration date. Recording in the county where property is located, very important. 主要很重要的话 ，right？ 你的房产在哪个 county， 你就在哪个 county 去 record。不用你的房子在 San Bernardino， 你去洛杉矶这边去登记 ，OK？ 这个无效的。So make sure you have the right county when you do the recording, okay? Alright, do not give legal advice. You're not a lawyer, okay? You're not a CPA. So real estate salesperson or broker may not give legal advice, as the law is a highly complex and specialized profession. So in terms of titles, okay, how to hold titles, do not tell them how to do it. You can tell them what it is, what they are. OK， 你可以解释给他们听是什么什么什么 ，OK， 但是你不可以意见他们，哎，你这选这个。A man who is his own lawyer has a fool for a client. OK， 不用当律师了 ，OK， 你没有这个牌照 ，OK。Alright, so this will end chapter 2. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back at 11:40. A quick break, 3-minute break. Okay, and then we'll talk about being a real estate agent. Okay, we're gonna break till 11:40. Okay, we're back. Okay, so everybody who's on this broadcast, okay, you're attending a real estate principal course, and your goal is to become a real estate agent, or we'll call a realtor. Why? Many reasons. Okay. Number one reason is you'll be able to help, okay, buyers, sellers, and investors to acquire real property, okay, to make money and become a business owner. Okay. 唯一你当个 agent，OK， 经纪人的话，OK， 你就帮别人谁呢？买主、卖主、投资人去做什么？拿到房产，可以赚到钱，可以做生意，OK， 三样东西。So that's number one reason, okay? Number two, in the process, right, you're gonna make lots of money in terms of commission. Okay? Initially, you'll be making 80%. Okay? A lot of brokerages don't start you off at 80, right? They start you off at 65, 70, 75. Okay? Our brokerage start you off at 80. Okay? And then eventually move up. Okay? Now, how much money can you make? So let's say an average house is $500,000. Okay? And you get 2.5%. Okay, what's 2.5%? 12,000 or 1250? Okay, 500. Okay, so at 80%, you get $10,000. Okay, so each house that you sell, 500,000, right? Potentially you make 100,000. Okay, and if you do this part time, okay, let's say you sell 3 to 4, right? Each quarter you sell one, right? You make anywhere from 30K to 40K for part-time, okay? If you full-time, right, every other month you sell 6, that's 60K, right? But if you're a superstar, right, you can sell every month or more than this, okay, you get 120K plus, okay, which is very lucrative, okay? So you talk about single houses at this price, right? Commercial buildings, you're talking about, 15 mil, okay? 1% is 150K, okay? So, residential versus commercial, okay? So if you do one commercial and a few houses, no matter what it is, you're gonna be over 100K plus. Okay. So number 2 reason is that you will have the ability to make lots of money, and your license is only $245 for 4 years. That translates to less than $63 per year. Okay, your $63 license could make you over $100,000. Okay, very lucrative profession. Now, number 3 reason. Okay, through the experiences and doing all this real estate transaction, you acquire knowledge. Okay, and knowledge is power. And you know how to do the finances and stuff like that, right? So in your lifetime, right, if you work 20 years, okay, you could acquire, right, more than 3 properties, and then you could retire. Okay, so you basically, okay, could enjoy a very good life, retirement life. Okay, and if you're more aggressive, right, you'd be able to become your own investors. Okay, accumulating 10 plus properties and beyond. Okay, why am I saying that? Okay, once you know how, I mean, you save on your commission already, right? Over here, whenever you do your flip, your house, right, your ROI, right, you always have your commission, right? And then you have your ROI on top. Okay, and then you learn how to do 1031 exchanges. Okay, so you save on your tax. Okay, tax is a big chunk. Okay, so in all regards, right, by becoming an agent and realtor, first you help other people how to make their money, their dream come true. You make the money, okay, you do it yourself, and then you become the investor over here. Okay, then you can show others how to do it. So the goal, you know, many people don't realize this. Okay, so, oh, I'm gonna get a license, I'm gonna make some money, right? Some money, but you don't know how much. But this is how much, right? Anywhere from 30K to 100K plus, and then eventually, right, you're gonna end up with more properties, and you're gonna become an investor yourself. That's the ultimate goal. Okay. All right. So, you guys have any questions? Give me a buzz. Call me. Okay. If not, next week we're gonna do chapter 3 and 4. All right. 所以你们上那个课做房产经纪的话 ，OK， 是4个目标 ，OK， 唯一你可以帮别人去买房子，去赚钱，去做生意 ，OK。第二呢，你自己赚到这个钱 ，OK， 大概3万块到10万块以上。第三呢，你有这个知识了 ，OK， 去自己累积自己的房产。然后最后一步的话 ，OK， 你呢就变为自己的投资 ，OK， 去赚更多的钱。 OK， 好了，今天呢就到这里了。OK， 下个礼拜我们就是章子3跟4。So next week chapter 3 and 4. Alright. So same time, same channel. Stay home, stay fit, and stay safe. Okay? So see you guys next week. I'm signing off. And thank you. Okay. See you all next week.